In my previous videos, I've told you that this world is a self-sustainable soul farm, and that the souls of all creatures, including ours, are being used as a sustenance by entities from within the divine. I also told you that humans were specifically created to slaughter more than 1 billion animals on a daily basis. In this video, I will tell you how people were most likely created. As I have mentioned in previous videos, this world is an enclosed system. It is being maintained by entire fleets of UFOs, each containing creatures that are performing a specific task. Those beings in the UFOs are the personnel of this soul farm of a world, and their purpose is to keep this soul farm running. Technically, they are also creations, but in contrast to humans, they are not a part of the livestock. They were bioengineered without genitalia and simply don't reproduce. And even while being biological, they are robotic in nature. One of their tasks is to physically bioengineer and distribute species throughout the world. Humans are one of those species. UFOs with a diameter of more than 30 kilometers have been frequently observed, and it's exactly on those huge vessels that the actual creation of life forms takes place. The vessels are full of growing chambers, or capsules, in which the various life forms grow until they reach the age and size needed for their distribution into the world. The vessels are equipped with specific technology depending on the type of life form that is currently being created. A UFO with a diameter of 30 kilometers can easily produce 500,000 people in a single batch. We are the descendants from the latest batch. I believe that people from around 15 different races were created, meaning that the total number of newly bioengineered humans were several millions. I don't exclude the possibility that the initial number of people varied from one race to another, depending on various factors, such as the size of the area they were meant to inhabit, etc., etc. Logic would dictate that the 500,000 newly created people from each race were 50% male and 50% female. But I also believe that a large percentage was children. Having children among the adults would induce feelings of affection and parental love, and would immediately motivate the adults to further reproduce. The 500,000 people from each race were distributed regionally in smaller groups of a few thousand each. They were mainly distributed and formed settlements on or in close proximity to shorelines. Humans were pre-programmed with basic knowledge about agriculture, fishing, and animal farming. Having them close to the seas and oceans, and at the same time close to farmland, would get them to start performing the main tasks they were designed to do, which is to slaughter hundreds of billions of animals annually. In my opinion, that explains the fact that 80% of all major cities are located at shorelines. By now, every truth seeker should know that there were many civilizations before us. Some of those civilizations consisted of giants, and before the giants there were even bigger giants, and before them there were titans, which were several kilometers tall. But even those titans weren't the first bioengineered creatures in this soul farm. The very first creatures were dragon-like animals that were more than 1,000 kilometers long, as well as marine life creatures of hundreds of kilometers long. See the video from the link, please. In fact, many of the land masses that we see today are the petrified, fossilized remains of those enormous creatures. And even the 1,000-kilometer long creatures were bioengineered inside those massive UFOs, although they were obviously released into the world at a very young age. A dragon is a hybrid. It's part avian, part serpent. Serpents never stop growing. It's a phenomenon known as indeterminate growth. A serpent-like dragon of only 30 kilometers long would eventually grow to a size of way over 1,000 kilometers. My point is that even those dragon-like creatures were bioengineered in those UFO vessels, just as humans were. The blueprints for the physical bioengineering of our species were provided to the creatures in the UFOs by our evil creator entities, who also happen to be our gods, our farmers, and our owners. Let me know what you think of it. Bye.